everybody! So today I am doing something a little bit different on the vlog. Instead of interviewing someone or talking about my calm habit of the month, I'm going to be reorganizing 2 drawers in my apartment. So, if anyone knows me, you know, I don't really like clutter. I consider myself a budding minimalist. Take that however you will. For me, that means I like to be organized and be intentional with the things that I have and just have a practical way of organizing the things that I have. So when I got this idea yesterday, I went to Target, which I love, and bought this drawer organizer. Hope that you could see it. Also, I wanted to put a little plug in here right now. I recently downloaded the Target app. And what the app does is you can set which store is nearest you as your store. And if the store is participating in the reward points, you get that reward. But more importantly, when you type in what you're looking for, it'll direct you to the exact aisle where that item is. I just love that feature so much. So that's what led me to this. And that is what inspired me to not only organize my closet, I was already inspired. Not closet, my drawer, not only to organize my desk drawer, but to film it because it might actually be helpful for someone. I mean, if you dislike clutter as much as I do, you'll definitely maybe appreciate seeing how someone else can declutter. And the other thing I bought was a different one. Pull it over here. This is really for the kitchen, but I have some things. I'm gonna move over there in a minute. I already have like a place for my forks and knives and things like that, but not so much for the, let's say, miscellaneous things that are over there in my kitchen drawer. So that's for that party. But for now, I think the first step should be, I also bought these binder clips because I have a lot of wires. And I don't really like the little tie things that come with the wires when you get like USB cords and things like that. That's why I always throw them away, which probably isn't good, but here we are. And so I was thinking that maybe a binder clip could be a good, safe way to bind these little cords. So we'll see how that goes. And those are my keys. Okay, so we're gonna get started. I'll probably have to fast forward through some of these things because I literally did not plan anything. This is very extemporaneous right now. So I'm gonna start by just pulling everything out. Here's something I wanna share as a tip of being minimalist and clutter-free. Business cards is something that can collect fairly easily. And one method that I'm trying out, I guess, from now on is to just take a picture of the business card, front and back, and store it in an album on my phone. Now, if your phone somehow loses that album, I guess that's not good, but I mean, how often do we look back at business cards anyway? Alrighty, I think I'm gonna start with this configuration. Here's my Fitbit charger, and I will just neatly, loosely, not too tight, or else your things start to have a short in them. Learned that the hard way. All right, moment of truth. I want it to just kind of like fit inside. I don't know if you can really tell. I think this will work because I didn't want it to be too tight along the cord or else it'll mess it up. And it just kind of loosely keeps it together. I don't know, does this make sense? Does anyone have a better idea? If you do, please share. But for now, I'm gonna do this. Okay, how do we make this fit? Perfect. Honestly, I'm satisfied with that. Okay, moving on. You know, they might come in handy one day. And let's just talk about that briefly. I think a lot of things, we end up having a lot of clutter because we think, oh, I'll need it one day, or maybe it'll come in handy one day. And that's not necessarily untrue, but it's not 100% certain that that'll happen either. So I don't know. I feel like the more you can get rid of and get loose of, the better. But maybe in a couple of years, I'll realize that it's wiser to keep things just in case. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, I like the idea of these little bins because whenever I move, I'm thinking that it'll be an easy way to just transplant it from one drawer to the next drawer of wherever I move. So that's another reason why I thought these were super handy to buy. So yeah, that's another tip. Time for the after picture. All right, guys, I am pretty proud of how successfully that went. I no longer have to like rummage through things. I can just pull out the drawers nice and organized, and I can see where I'm going. I already feel 10 pounds lighter as a result of this. So now we're gonna switch gears over to my kitchen drawer and organize that. Okay, so I have moved myself over to the kitchen. As you can see, this drawer is equally unorganized. Not as cluttered and junky as the other drawer, but still, I need some sort of organization. So I brought these items from over there here, and so we're gonna empty out this drawer. See, look, this is what I mean. When you don't know what you already have, you buy 2 of everything. Organization is an excellent way to remedy that. And we're back. We had several technical difficulties, and my head is probably being cut off a little bit, but at this point I just want to finish the video. So as I was doing, interlocking compartments, looks nice and neat. I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you have found this helpful. If you are interested in decluttering, this was one way of starting or adding to what you've already done. I encourage you all to do whatever makes sense to you to make a clutter-free, stress-free household. Until the next time, this has been Jasmine on Finding a Better Way.